One time, I went into a meeting with a client fully prepared to break down how their business worked financially and what they could do to make it better. I had all the data, I had the charts, I was overly prepared. I was going to make this business more successful than ever. But after about 5 minutes, I wasn't sure if the client was sleeping or just wished he was. Here's how to never make those mistakes and actually get your clients to take your advice. One thing accountants and bookkeepers take for granted is that we understand numbers. And because we understand them, we tend to think all business owners must understand them as well. They don't. And it's because they don't really care about the numbers per se. They care about their business holistically. You see, their financials are just one of the many things that they must worry about on a daily basis. Now, to me and you, this seems backwards, of course. The business's financials are the most important thing. They're the most important thing because cash flow is the only thing required for a business to stay in business and to grow. But we're thinking like accountants and bookkeepers, and that's our problem. We can't speak financially when talking to non-financial clients. Numbers bore them. The balance sheet or P&L or documents that we think are simple, they're overwhelming for the majority of business owners. And even if they do understand, they don't really care. They care about their entire business. Their financials are part of that, but it's near the bottom of their concerns. But if we're advising small business owners, we need to be able to communicate their numbers in a way that actually gets a business owner to take action. So how do you do that? How do you get your clients to actually take your advice? Well, there are two ways. The first way is to connect the dots that the advice you are giving them is going to help them get what they want. Business owners got into business because they have some internal motivation. Either they want control over their time or control over how much they make, or both. If we could connect the dots that our advice will help them get what they want, then they'll be way more motivated to actually take our advice. For example, if you had a client that wants to take out $20,000 a month, for example, so that their spouse can quit their job and be a stay-at-home parent, then we can use that as a carrot, if you will, to show them how the advice you give will help them accomplish their goal. By the way, that does require that any advice you give actually does produce results. I've seen way too many accountants or bookkeepers give bad advice or surface level advice because they think it's the right solution, when in fact, there are so many better solutions. Regardless, the first way to get a business owner to take your advice is to connect the dots that the advice you are giving them is going to help them get what they want. The second way to get a business owner to take your advice is to speak to them in terms of their business, with the heart of a teacher, not in financial terms with the heart of an accountant. Here's an example. Let's say that you've identified that the most important task that a business owner can do to increase the cash flow in their business is to improve their conversion rate. That is, to get more of their leads to turn into paying clients. You could show your client a ton of graphs, charts, or other data, or instead, just have a friendly conversation with a teacher-like demeanor and just talk in plain language. You could say something like, I want you to improve just one thing this month. You're getting on average 100 leads a month, and the past few months you've gotten 10 of those leads to buy from you. This is around 10%. We call this your conversion rate. So this month, I want you to increase your conversion rate to just 15%. If you can do that, you will add $30,000 to revenue and around $5,000 more cash to the bank account. Imagine what we could do with that extra cash to grow your business. So if I said this to a client, do you think the client will be motivated? Yes. Did it require you to pore over confusing documents? No. Do you think your client will take action? Absolutely. You could even break down in simpler terms what you consider a lead. You could explain to your client something like, leads are simply the number of ideal customers that have been made aware of your business and take some sort of action, such as walking into your store, calling your phone, or filling out a form on your website. That ideal client part is important. Even if someone knows about your business but never intends to buy, they're not really an ideal lead. And a customer is just a lead who bought something. So when you do any kind of marketing and someone learns about your business and then takes some sort of action, that makes them a lead. When that same person actually purchases something from you, that makes them a customer. And your conversion rate is just simply the percentage of leads that turn into customers. That's it. I mean, you could further explain that this is important because you can get all the leads you want. You could do all of the marketing, have 1 million people learn about your business, but if you can't get them to buy anything from your business, you'll be in trouble. Not only will you have lower revenue, but you'll be wasting a ton of money on marketing expenses. Okay, I'm just using conversion rate as an example just to illustrate my point, that to get a business owner to take your advice, you must speak to them in terms of their business with the heart of a teacher. Will your explanations be oversimplified? Yes. Is it all your clients need to know? Also, yes. The worst thing that you can do if you're offering CFO advisory services is to make talking with you laborious, confusing, and painful. Business owners don't want more data. They also don't want to have to understand financial reports nor learn accounting. You see, business owners don't need to understand accounting as much as you don't need to know how the engine works in your car to drive it. But to drive your car, you do need to understand the dashboard and what it's telling you. If you think about it, the dashboard simply takes all of the moving parts of the engine in your car and displays them in a way that the driver can use to know what to do next. That's what we need to do as CFO advisors. We need to take all of the moving parts of our clients' businesses and explain them in a way that the business owner can use it to know what to do next. So there you have it. The 2 ways to get a client to actually take your advice. The first way is to connect the dots that the advice you're giving them is going to help them get what they want. The second way is to speak to them in terms of their business with the heart of a teacher, not in financial terms with the heart of an accountant. If a business owner, just like any human, is motivated to do something and understand something, they'll take action. Think about someone who is overweight. If they understand how to lose weight but are not motivated, probably won't lose weight. But if they're properly motivated, they want to lose the weight, but they don't understand how to lose the weight, well, they won't lose weight. But when that person is motivated and understands what to do, the chances of them losing weight will skyrocket. And the best part is that you get to be that guide, that advisor, that teacher who is able to help business owners. Remember, you won't be a great CFO advisor if you can't actually get someone whom you have no control over to take action. My goal with each of my clients is to actually help them and their business be a success. I can't do that by myself. I need my client to take an active role. Therefore, I must motivate my client in a way that will get them to take action on the right things. I simply must get good at getting my clients to take my advice. So if you want to get good at getting your clients to take your advice, or if you want to learn how to offer what we call a productized CFO advisory service, which by the way is what will allow you to escape the accountant's trap where accountants or bookkeepers are trading time for money, I encourage you to check out the training, the resources, and membership opportunities we have here at the CFO Project. Just go to thecfoproject.com and click on any of our free trainings or resources. Or check out what it would look like to become a member of our Done With You mentorship program. Just go to thecfoproject.com. Hey, if you found this information valuable, make sure you like this video. And then if you have any questions, please put a comment below and we'll respond. And then also make sure you subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss another video.